shot quickly before they are able to deploy those, all things considered, versus the USPs of NAVI. We've got a fast boost from NAVI towards the short position as well, where Simple will be having a look towards the lower tunnel. Draken slowly moving down the stairs while NiP seem to have intentions towards the B bomb site. Get Right is top mid at the moment. Rona running grenade into CT spawn, taken down easily by Simple, but again, he will avoid most of these people with grenades for the time being, and they charge into the B bomb site, 2 frags and make it 3 very quickly for NiP. And now Simple and Edward have a lot to do.
Simple is just the juggernaut, man. He's coming for you, but this is not an easy way to get into the bomb site. A quick flash to try to maybe get a peek in there, but he needs some support here. He's going to have to wait for Edward to try to open things up. If Edward wins this duel, it's completely on, but he has to do that to unlock Simple. And here he goes, pushing into site. This is brilliant, though. Rez realizes that that 1v1 is not something that he wants to risk, and instead, Forrest will take the head off Edward. What is Simple able to accomplish here? This is just so difficult. There's too many spots to look at. It's an impossible scenario. Simple will go down. And NiP pick up the first round with a lovely little B rush.
A swift take of the B bomb site with all the grenades and so on. Nice play from NiP. See how prepared they are for the buy rounds to come. Draken will pick the scout up. Get Right on the Mach 10. So we'll see if he makes his way towards the tunnels or short or something. Throwing some grenades for the squad while the rifles come out first. 2 HEs for NAVI to do significant damage. There's a follow-up from Electronic with the Desert Eagle. NAVI will send more players to that long position. Edward taken out. This is a force buy from NAVI, as I mentioned. 3 Deagles remain. Zeus moving up short. Flamey and Electronic around the A site for now. Zeus is taken out as well. A swift flurry of frags from Forest will limit what NAVI can do in this position. 4 versus 2, splitting the A bomb site. Electronic playing the off angle. See how good his reactions are with his process so close to the box. There are the taps, and the rest should be a formality at this point. Maybe not. Lecro and Draken don't have the greatest of health, neither does Get Right really, but 1 versus 3, Flamey may be content with a AK-47.
Yeah, not a bad find. He's going to be able to take down Lecro. There you go. Pretty tough battle for Lecro, and Flamey will fall back. And moving into the next round, that AK Kevlar could be a problem for NiP, and already, there's been quite a lot of damage in this round for NAVI, and that goes a long way when you're playing at this level, just keeping the other team off of ideal buys, ideal amounts of utility, restricting their options, making them a bit more fragile. And the AK saved into the following round is going to offer up even more for NAVI as far as damage is concerned, if you consider the fact that they can't really go for a 4-buy here. So, see Forrest tapping away. Forrest is the guy that gives hope to us old-timers as far as professional play goes, or what is possible as you go into untrodden territory, James, because we don't have many players that are pushing past their 30 into their 30s and still doing damage.
You need those African fibers, Dan.
All right, okay. Fair enough.
We'll have to allow NAVI and NiP to do that at the moment. NAVI trying to swarm with their pistols. There's another player behind blue. Rez going to try and avoid the double peek. There is the trade from Flamey. Weapons to be collected in that long position. Perhaps Electronic will head towards that position. NiP in the meantime will take B. Now, out of position, no grenades. Two AK-47s for NAVI. I think they're probably better off saving in this position. It's very low percentage to win this round, and of course it's only 2-0 moving to 3. They're expected to lose this round, so I feel like there's more value in holding to weapons to Galil as well. So there's plenty of bounty there, extra money for NAVI in the round to come.
Indeed, this has worked out really well. Nice decisive round coming in from NiP to extend their lead, but yeah, having the ability to save so many guns for NAVI, that's going to go a pretty long way. Might give them an extra buy rounds later on in this half. So I can't wait to see what happens when Simple dons an AWP though. However, again, as I mentioned, it's Dust 2, and with Dust 2, the rotations are pretty long. Opportunity here. Oh no, know, gun taken away for Simple. But that's okay. He didn't have any Kevlar, and he's going to be buying an AWP this round anyway, so that's okay. They keep the AKs alive. But yeah, the quick point I was going to make is that Big were very good at just out-rotating, out-positioning NAVI when NAVI were playing the CT side, and Simple couldn't quite find engagements in the timings of the round that would have been impactful. It would be definitely beneficial for NiP if they could find that as well. And it's not too common that you'll find a team which has one player that you actually have to be careful of, specifically. Simple is one of those players.
Spawn-based pick from, attempt from Lekro, and he will give the AWP back to Draken now. Didn't get too much of anything towards long. Didn't see anything either. The flashbang. Maybe behind doors. Not responding to this. He's got good cover. And NiP may make assumptions about the situation behind the door. They've got 2 players top mid though, so they could throw a pop flash. You don't see them so commonly in this iteration of Dust 2. There's a rudimentary one to cross the doors just in case. And the usual stuff will happen. NiP taking the short position, get right, keeping the CTs on this. Just staring outside the long door area. So, short is in possession of NiP. There's a minute on the clock. We've got some deterrent grenades from NAVI. And they wait.
And they wait. Indeed they do. Still a decent amount of nades on NAVI with 45 seconds to go. But one of them is the B player, and the other one is the mid player. So as far as the A defense goes, they don't have too much except the bullets to offer up a defense. 30 seconds to go for NiP. They really need to get their skates on and start making their way towards the bomb site. You can see they start to shuffle towards B. But because Flamey is so close to the doors, he hears this, and now NAVI know. They know that it has to be a B play because of the time on the clock. NAVI may help to defend this with Flamey only getting 1. And maybe they will. The smoke's gone away, and there is a chance here for NAVI to stop this.
It's pretty interesting. Flamey, I think, heard 3 different jump sounds, which doesn't necessarily mean 3 people, but there were 3 people in that middle position. But still, NiP has managed to outmaneuver them. Maybe waiting for NAVI to look for information. It never came. But Ninjas in Pyjamas still able to take the B bomb site, and NAVI look to save with 3 people once more, heading towards T-spawn. Lekro already through the entrance to B. Just keeping an eye on the tunnel as well. But so far, so good for Ninjas in Pyjamas. 4-0, clean sheet has been kept. And the money's not fantastic for NAVI. Saving with 3 players will certainly help. And again, I do wonder if this will spur them on to make more aggressive plays with the likes of Simple in the rounds to come. How far is he going to go? Well, 2 players have been taken out and he gets himself an AK-47, so there's a lot of risk there. I feel like the NAVI economy might be more of a priority for them. Chasing the kills there. He'll pick up an AK-47. And we'll see if they can capitalize on that, NAVI, in this particular round. The second AWP is out now for Flamey. Does this indicate more aggressive angles for NAVI?
Draken going for the pick on long. Very standard stuff. Will force him back. But I like this NiP. They're going to aggressively push forward with the use of their own utility. And NAVI have to respect it. And, well, they don't have to, but they will. And I think that's wise. So they're giving up long to NiP and, of course, taking the A bomb sites. And likely we'll see them taking Catwalk. It's really all that you're able to do once long is gone. And the T's know that, and they can play against that, or find ways to play against it. They can either just leave a bunch of players on long, and then eventually push it, or they can leave one guy there, or just void the position completely, go somewhere else, try to attack Cat, and use the positions of the CTs to find a way to pick, because now you know they're on Catwalk, and if you push it in the right way, maybe you get a kill, and then from that kill, that's an opening you can work with. But great proactive play there. The boost from Flamey up in the box. That's going to give, instead, NAVI the pick. And now NiP, they've just got to figure something out pretty fast.
Flamey and Electronic on the A side with some off angles. And again, NiP looking for a peek from NAVI. But looking in the wrong position at the moment because Zeus has made his way towards top mid. He can just contain, keep an eye on the door. He doesn't need to push at this point. The double smokes for the cross are there. But again, Electronic and Flamey could be formidable. Maybe not Flamey looking on top of the box. But they're crossing to the site now. He's in a very open position. He seems to have made a mistake there. Outstaying his welcome. Needed a rifle in that position. So it's falling to pieces for NAVI again. Zeus has been taken out coming from the long area, which leaves Simple and Edward. Edward on the low ground, Simple on the high.
Starts it off, and Edward also complements him very nicely. Now down to Rez in the 1 versus 2 clutch with the bomb ticking away. Simple's waiting, he misses the shot. Beautiful stuff from Rez. The crosshair placement, the flick is absolutely decisive. No doubt at all from Rez. The spray comes in, 1 HP, no less. My God. It is beautiful to watch Rez at work. His mechanics are absolutely clean.
5-0 for Ninjas in Pajamas. Edward, Electronic, and Zeus all on 1 kill at the moment. CT side not looking stellar at present for NAVI, but this does bode well for Ninjas Pajamas. Got a good buy. 4 AKs to AWP. NAVI have opted to buy in this round. No AWP for Simple. The UMP for Flamey. We've gone from AWP to UMP, and Edward gets picked up towards the bomb side. So that might be the round over, or maybe not. Very long sprays attempted. Quite work out. Now there's a man advantage for NAVI, and they've still got reasonable utility. They've got 2 Molotovs, Electronic and Flamey, so they've got tools for the retake. They can put one underneath the window, which is a very strong position post-plant for a T-side. But first they must wait out NiP's grenades. There's another Molotov to be deployed by Draken as well.
It's not the easiest thing to hold when you're against a bunch of CTs and they've got all this utility. See Electronic coming in from the tunnels, but he doesn't have the HP. Oh dear, it's going to get worse here for NiP. They've lost Draken now. Up to Forest and Lecro. Forest 50 goes, and the HP. Nice work from Lecro. Oh my God, Forest climbing in as well. Around the smokes, paying off for some time for NiP, but not for quite long enough. And it seems like Zeus is going to pick up the defuse there as they will manage to get themselves a round win on the board.
Draken came out from behind the box to molly the window, but actually bounced into the site, and he basically mollied default, which I think maybe compromised the positions of some of his teammates, so that was quite disastrous. And I guess he couldn't get back to behind the box in time. An awkward spot, but yeah, so that was pretty rough, but it is 5-1, so Ninjas in Pajamas can answer back immediately. And now we see maybe those... where Zeus killed a player in that B tunnel and the other one died to the bomb, now we see some shortcomings for Ninjas in Pajamas, so it pays off in the long term. 3 players on the pistols here for the Swedish side. NAVI far better equipped on what was a force fire with a UMP in tow for Flamey. So a very interesting situation we have on our hands, and that decision may get them straight back into this game very early on. It'll be Zeus by Blue on long this time, off angle in that long position with a smoke down for the time being. And NiP start the default, a take of the short position.
Yeah, and we may see that classic short plant play from NiP with the pistols and the AKs, and they got 3 smokes, so they can smoke CT, they can smoke on the bomb side as well, and they can smoke their cross. You can see there's a smoke to get past the initial box. There's a CT smoke as well, and so this gives them a lot of opportunity to get themselves onto that plant. So they're just trying to bait out some counter utility here, and there is some counter utility. Maybe not as much as they would have hoped, but there goes the jump. They're leaping into the bomb site, leaping down towards CT, trying to capitalize on the chaos. Oh, everyone's blinded. Looks like it will favor the CTs though, and NAVI cleaning this one right up.
Nice jumping from Simple, delivering yet another kill. 3 for him so far. Where is Red? Oh, sorry, Get Right in the red and dead. No kills for NiP in that round. That's perfect for NAVI. Exactly what they wanted. Build just a little money and put NiP into broke territory. Car boot sale for Ninjas in Pajamas. Selling the cookies on the street. Saving money for a rain day. NAVI can continue their comeback now. NiP really not in the spot to buy much of anything. They've got a P250 and 4 Glocks in this round, so maybe they wait out some grenades, some Molotovs from NAVI, just to get them to spend a little money. They've got to wait out the grenades early and long and such, just because they've got no Kevlar as well, so they would be broken to pieces. Draken goes deep and he eats a grenade, so I don't think that was a good position to be in that early in the round with no Kevlar, and he will learn why. A HE grenade lower tunnel will cause problems for Lecro and Forest as well, so they've warmed them up for the oven.
Yes, yes, it's getting interesting now. The tease, the elbow. Saw Simple doing some pretty savage work there yesterday with that scout, as well as the AWP. So we've seen a lot of great scout plays so far Again, can't really top Nico on Mirage. That's one of the special things about Nico is that he's not like known for anything except just to be just extreme lethality with anything. That's gonna say you don't know quite what you're gonna get from Nico sometimes, but like where the lethality will come from, because it can really be anything. It's awesome seeing him get into a flow state on the AWP, and that's what we're looking for with Simple as well. That can be a display that will just win NAVI games just off the back of that alone. So you have to try to find ways to really ice Simple when you can.
This is a weird situation because if Zeus spots Draken on block, he shouldn't kill him with time on the clock. 25 seconds. You've got the bomb in mid. I would fall back and just make him have to run all the way there. There's a chance that he doesn't get a kill in that round, and they win by a timeout, which would be a nice bonus, but there we go. NiP back on the money. Draken with the scout. Not ideal on Dust 2 versus 2 AWPs. Is there a gun for Electronic? There is an AK on the floor. That's collected. Now, we've had some nice rounds with some entries towards the B bomb site. NiP. Forest and Electro are there, but just the default, going lower tunnel and so on. Edward will continue alone towards B. He'll change his position. Electronic and Simple in the middle area. He's watching the cross. NiP notices an unsafe position to stand in. But don't expect him to walk past like that. Ooh. Okay, Draken. All right then.
Well, he's answered back, hasn't he? Oh god, it's going a bit wrong here now. Electronic has to try to save the situation. We'll salvage one kill from it, so it's a 3 versus 3, and they do have Flamey with an orb on the A site, so this could actually be a full sense of security here for NiP to walk into the bomb site, and they're up against an AWP. Oh no, it's a big miss coming in from Flamey, and he won't get a second go of it, nor will Electronic. Up to Edward now to try to save this for NAVI as he comes up from the catwalk position. But Draken, he's collected an AWP. That's quite the upgrade from the scout. And Edward, he does have a smoke grenade and 2 flashbangs. That smoke could be absolutely key in helping him deal with Draken on the AWP. But it looks as though Edward might... Is he going to just try to save something better than the M4? Has he found something? Ah, there's the orb. So it's probably a fair choice.
He's too far away to win the round, but...
Yeah, it's definitely a fair choice. You got to respect Draken and Rez in the 1v2.
Yeah, the second smoke is the problem. He doesn't want to experience the variance of walking through the smoke. So he'll save the AWP. We saw some nice kills from Simple with the AWP on the A bomb site when there was a push from NiP from short. However, they haven't really given them the most success, NAVI. These, I don't know, I think they've had 2 rounds with double snipers now, and they've been complete failures from what I can remember. So we'll see if they continue to, well, they will. There we go. Question is answered for me. But will they have something different now? Indeed, they will. So instead of Edward being on the B bomb site, he's gone towards long, and Simple's gone towards the B bomb site. And we did see this from the previous Dust 2 on NAVI as well. But will the change work out for them? Flamey with a shot towards short, but nothing doing. No one taking any damage just yet.
That's pretty brave too, because there was no flashbang for Rez. It's a world where he just dies there for free off of a dry peak. But apparently not this world. And he's just lurking. That's like the lurk smoke, effectively. Like you can use it for some shenanigans and keep people occupied towards the A bomb site. And some rounds, maybe there's 4 players behind there, and other rounds, just one guy being a nuisance. And you can see Rez making as much noise as he can, and now falling back. And there's no one around the double doors for NAVI, so they don't really know what's going on at the moment. But they do have Electronic and CT, so that means that NAVI's set up decently well here. As long as there's a few kills as NiP enter the A bomb site, NAVI should be fine.
Simple's good at the multi-frags from this position. They start to jump out as the first play. Doesn't take the bait, but he misses the first shot. Edward is close by, but he doesn't expect that. The double dink from Lecro with the UMP. There is a player moving through mid as well. Edward's got to deal with this soon before he gets pinched from the B bomb site. Now Rez falls back quietly. Zeus top mid. Don't think he saw Rez moving into lower tunnel, but again, Na'Vi have been outmaneuvered. Flamey's on long, so they won't be going for this one. Flamey still has his AWP. There's a kill from Zeus. He can pick up the AK if he wants to, but again, the round will still go to Ninjas in Pyjamas. But that kill maybe keeps NiP on the site for a while. They don't know how far the remainder of the players are, so it gives Na'Vi some more breathing room to save. The saving's all well and good. Ninjas in Pyjamas, however, are starting to pull away in this first half.
Yeah, and we did see something similar when Na'Vi played big. They struggled. Their CT side was a bit of a tough one, but when they came to that T side, Na'Vi had some big numbers to throw down, and so I think you know, with NiP doing so well on their T side, I feel like this has the makings of a really close game potentially. Should Na'Vi get, you know, at least 5 or 6 on the board, that's what you would really hope to see from them. And we can see some of the numbers here. Nothing standing out too much really at this early stage in this match. Double ops, of course, for Na'Vi will continue forwards. As we'll go for the pick with Draken on the long position. Will throw the incendiary in there, and that Draken will be warded away. But that does mean that they know exactly where the AWP is at the moment. And Simple is looking for a pick from short. Maybe that could be saving grace in this round to find an advantage for Na'Vi. But there's nothing really coming just yet. NiP are playing a slow default. Or dealing with anyone close to the double doors, making sure that he can cross as well safely. And Simple, can he find some value here for Na'Vi? There it is. Fires Forest, and that's it. 5 versus 4. Simple's done his job.
Rotate all the way back to the A site. Very quickly indeed. Electronic keeping an eye on long. Minute mark, and GetRight and Draken have been standing outside long for a while. Seems they may have intentions now. Smoke towards the corner, perhaps. So Ninjas in Pyjamas, they still have control of the short position as Simple's fallen back. They will hear Zeus rotating towards A. GetRight has made his way in towards the long position with a wall of smoke, so Na'Vi don't know what's behind it. Electronic is going to go for a pop flash play. Look at the grenades on 1 HP! He's got to find the info quickly. I think the sound cue of Zeus rotating towards A has put NiP back towards the B bomb site. Rez now in the tunnel. Draken and GetRight, they've left a long position. Lekro being picked off on short might keep Na'Vi entertained towards A for too long. 20 seconds and they've got to get through this choke point of B. Flamey is ready for the push.
Can he connect the AWP shots? Yes, first one connected. Edwards playing anti-flash there in the corner by the car, but he's going to take down GetRight, and that's it. And that's absolutely what Na'Vi needed. And Simple punished, I would say he's punished NiP really hard there. So he punished NiP for playing a very slow round, and that's, you know, it's nothing wrong with playing a slow round, but one of the correct responses is to try to find an opening, because the T's are giving you a lot of space potentially, and we saw that Simple could stand on catwalk for a very long time looking for those openings, and he did find one eventually. And the continued slow play for NiP eventually put them in a position where they had to just rush the issue, force the issue. So Na'Vi in a really good spot now to get maybe even a couple more rounds. So this game is really on, it feels like, for both teams so far, which is absolutely what we wanted to see. Might have Rez creeping through the tunnels, but he can't find his mark. The AWP very favorable there. And the Deagles, they go down one by one.
One by one. The P250 left for GetRight. Na'Vi taking 0 points of damage so far in this round. So I like the information-based play from Ninjas in Pyjamas in the previous round. They heard Zeus running towards CT, towards A, through CT rather. So they're expecting 2 towards the B bomb site, 3 towards A. Long rotation, but didn't work out for them. And Na'Vi are back in the game once again in this first half. To me, it's almost felt like Ninjas in Pyjamas, sometimes, some rounds it looks like they might just get themselves a dominating scoreline at half-time, but then Na'Vi forced their way back in once again. Now we see everyone's reasonably far away from that 1 kill that I think 3 Na'Vi players had earlier on. We have a pause called by Ninjas in Pyjamas at the moment while they buy back. We've got Draken on the AWP once again. The AKs are out in force as well. Na'Vi don't look terribly concerned. Some good discussion, some positive discussion. Electronic with a lot to say. His rise has been pretty cool in Na'Vi.
Yeah, absolutely. It really it gave them the life that they needed, the extra X factor beyond Simple to really be the player that could be a steady pair of hands on that rifle. And on the T side, you really can see some beautiful things from him on this on this map in particular. So I look forward to that when we go into the next half. But we are back into the first half here as the pause has now resumed play, and got 3 players ready to defend B here for NAVI, leaving 2 on A early in the rounds. And once again, NiP are playing very passive to begin with. Electro and Forest, the most forward players. We saw Forest using that nade set similarly before, just to deal with any players close to the double doors, getting information for NAVI, and that allows him to cross safely. And when he jumps up to that peak, he doesn't have to worry about someone on the close left, which is what that Molotov is to help him deal with. So just making everything as safe as possible. However, one of the previous rounds, Simple was where Get Right is with an AWP. But look how different the setup is. NAVI are gambling a 3-man stack on B, sorry.
There has been some favour there from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Smoke on the short position. Trying to get them in position to defend the A bomb site, but no, NAVI up towards B. Simple though, misses the mark. He did shoot first, but got not much of anything. It's really awkward to defend from this window, so close in proximity as well. Edward has to fall off. Electronic trying to deliver. Penny find the right timing. 3 players bursting out of the window, despite 3 guys coming, waiting in the B bomb site for NAVI. Disaster has struck again. Flamey in longs, using T-Spawn, nothing they can do about it really. I'm sure Simple will be frustrated with that one. Yeah. They were expectant and they still failed.
No, you're absolutely right. That's not just the first time that we've seen Simple missing shots on the B bomb side. There was another round as well where there was a couple shots available to him that you wouldn't say that were impossible by any stretch, and he missed both of those, and then he just got crushed on the B side. And as you say, that was NAVI had a great setup. Simple gets that first kill, disappears into the bomb site. All of a sudden, NiP have a lot of problems. The rotation starts to come in from the A bomb site. It's a completely different round where NAVI have favor, all based off the first shot. So, but excellent play from NiP. Rez has been incredible. Really good and swift entry kills. And the team play from NiP and the assertiveness from NiP has been really cool to watch, actually. They're looking really good so far on this T side. 8 rounds now for them. And we'll get NAVI spending almost all their money to get back onto the double AWP setup and try to threaten that 7-8. But NiP definitely threatening the 10-5 right now because they are looking very nice.
Smoke's being lined up towards the corner of long. Flamey and Zeus are on the way. Smoke's been dropped, and that will pull Simple in that direction as well. And Electronic, so really looking to deal with a long push, but nothing doing. The smoke was a bait. I've been trying to capitalize on it in the meantime. Maybe just using the smoke to invite extra grenades from NAVI early, but NAVI have held on to most of their gear. So they're in a good spot. Forrest and Rez moving closer to short. Double peek in case somebody peeks. And Edward's gone back to being alone on the B bomb site. Now, how does Electronic get back over towards the other side of the doors if that's what he wants? Simple looking for an aggressive pick. Flames will make it hard for him to see anything. There's a quick jump peek. He may be spotted on the radar now, but he's still holding his position. Maybe thinking better of it at this point. Draken's got the bomb in B tunnel. And now NiP start to cross once again. QQ for Electronic, he'll get a kill anyway. Does he go through the smoke? He's got the sound cues. Is there a flash for him? There's a flash, out he goes. Spot didn't see the player on the left. And now there's advantages for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They've cleared out the B bomb sites at the same time. Forrest is in position to cut off rotation, and NAVI again have been outmaneuvered.
Yeah, I think Electronic actually got a single click onto Forrest, down to 4 HP. Yeah, it's looking really good for the Ninjas in Pyjamas at the moment. See if they can continue like this. It's going to be a strong half. However, NAVI will have the double AWPs moving into the following rounds. But even when Simple's been in the right place a couple of these rounds, he's not been able to deliver as he needs to. And that's dangerous. You know, at the start of this series, setting a dangerous precedent. We've not really had, not really seen Draken have to do much on this T side with the AWP, because again, it's about this assertive playstyle from NiP. They've got great burst, great spacing behind their pushes. They're playing the trades really well. I'm liking some of the drills we're seeing. You can see Forest is very drilled. It actually made me wonder if NAVI were watching NiP demos when Simple got that pick on Forest previously, to see the kind of timings that Forest takes. Because Forest takes the same route we see in the defaults pretty much every time. Through the tunnels, throws a Molotov and sprays through the door. Maybe a flashbang, takes the angle towards the left of the gap before jumping up onto catwalk. Where Simple got a take previously. The auto snipers come out, James. Gotta love
harassment, yeah. They don't get a whole lot done. He's alive with his AWP. 1 of 2 again for NAVI. I would hope that Simple would have a better time of things on the T side. I think it's like peeking into people rather than waiting for the action to come. To use Deep on a short position, maybe showing some presence. Sure, he threw. Well, there we go. Grenade. Oh, that's a really big duel lost by Electronic, and you start to worry about the B bomb site into NAVI once again. Draken in T-spawn, not sure what the status of the tunnels are just yet, so they won't go too fast. Forest going to have a look in the meantime. NiP will hold on to that short area. They know Zeus was close. There's a chance that it could be some kind of early flank, but now there's a smoke down on short, and things will start to slow down.
That was really cool, actually, from NiP, because I don't know whether they realized there would only be one player there. I actually have to hold the fort because we're going to get a push into the upper tons here. Forest is waiting for it. Beautiful angle. You couldn't ask for better than that from Forest, and that's going to send Flamey backwards. He's got an AWP. He can't really push into this angle. He doesn't know where Forest is. Oh, Forest has done the absolute master stroke there. Beautiful work from him, catching both players in B. And you know what? Screw it. Let's just go B, lads. Oh, wow. And I have to go ahead, James.
I was just going to say, there's no more saving to be done now from NAVI in the last round. Outmaneuvered once again, but this time they've got to walk the plank, so to speak. Get Right's got a glorious position top mid, and Zeus can surely get taken down for free. That leaves Simple in a 1 versus 4. That won't last very long either. So, 10 rounds in the bag for Ninjas in Pyjamas. I feel like it could have even been more than that.
Yeah, again, they're playing the basics super well. I loved in that previous round, something that we've seen time and again from them. I've mentioned their spacing. We saw that Lekro goes out for the pick onto CT. They've already eliminated the possibility through the way that they play the default that there's someone playing towards the B side of middle. So Lekro steps out. He takes the duel against Electronic. But the way the spacing is, I think it was Forest next to him. Forest gets the trade, guaranteed, if Electronic gets that kill. So it's still a 4 versus 4. Worst case scenario there. That's a beautiful place to find yourself if there's a worst case scenario in a way to open up a round where you get a 4 versus 4 and dust 2. So just these basics of being so strong from NiP, and right now NAVI are in so much trouble because it looked like NiP have done their research as well. It felt like NiP really knew what to expect when it came to how NAVI were going to play their CT setups.
Now what do they do on the T side, NAVI? Start on the right foot. Get yourselves back into the game. NiP had 3 players with grenades, if I remember correctly, on their T-pistol. NAVI have 1. Simple's being dropped to P250. Always nice to see on a map with range such as this. He's got a good spawn for long as well, but there'll be no one there for NiP. They've gone for a double boost fast on Cat, looking up top mid. Electronics bottom in the tunnel, though. That's an instant headshot to Lekro. He's got to be careful now. 9 HP for him. Get Right trying to ensure he's got a 1 versus 1 with so many people up top mid, and they start to back off Ninjas in Pyjamas. Draken and Lekro with a combined 12 HP. Get Right having to fall off, so good start for NAVI, but now they need to finish.
Yeah, getting goosed really sucks on a pistol round as a CT, but they still are alive, not for much longer. Get Right's got to get 1 or 2 hits, and this is so hard. There's so many bullets flying his way, and he'll get nailed by the car position. And look at this retake position with 3 HP from Draken. That's not happening anytime soon. Reyes and Forest need to deliver now, and both incredible pistol players. Forest is so known for pistol shenanigans, but Electronic is having a hell of a round. He's done so much damage. Only the 1 kill so far, but he's done some great headshots at distance with that Glock, and Reyes will take him out, but he's got the world on his shoulders now.
There's a flank from Edward as well, which will surely finish this off very shortly indeed. Second shot will be enough. Collects the USP afterwards. And there is the pistol round for NAVI. So we're looking at a very likely 7-10 unless Ninjas in Pyjamas go for a force buy. Scouts could be collected. We'll see what they choose to do. Nothing so far.
Do it.
Dan's calling for the force buy.
Scouts.
Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Give me the scouts.
Still say no for now. Literally nothing purchased at this point. But a flashbang.
Just as you say it, the flashbang comes in. Well, but denied the scouts. They got 4. Look at that, 4-man setup on mids. Line of CTs.
So I guess Forest. I don't know where this flashbang is intended to go. Anti-eco time. This should be pedestrian for NAVI. They are fighting against water shooters at the moment. Draken gets taken down quickly. Fuse moving up that short position. So again, we're looking at 7 to 10 from Navi's perspective. There goes another one. I don't know if Navi have even identified the status of the buy or non-buy just yet, despite the 2 frags. Might be something sneaky somewhere. Quietly searching, clearing, and good. Hello. There we go. 5 versus 2. Pretty good. Last 2 guys towards the B bomb site. You could send Edward for a scout if you've got the SMG to make some extra money. There's the spray. Seems to know it was the UMP. That's good to see. 7 to 10 for Ninjas of Pyjamas, and both teams are now on the buy.
It's so oddly satisfying getting kills with the SMGs, pretty much any of them, against players with no Kevlar. It's just
because it's not fair.
It's it's just like they just melt, and especially if you get the headshot, that also feels good as well. And I guess also because you're spraying, I don't know, something about it feels kind of cool. Anyway, we're into the real CS now. The buy versus the buy. The AWP is out into simple on the T side, and we saw lots of great stuff from them yesterday on this T side. This is where they came alive. They had a really hard first half against Big, and then they hit the T side running. Let's see if they can do the same here against NiP. NiP don't have any utility. There's 1 minute 35 seconds left. They've got 3 flashbangs and a smoke. That's not the best. And they don't have an AWP either. That is a worrying situation, James.
Still early in this half, however, but maybe worrisome for this particular round. So it's Navi's turn to do the default, take out the short area, have somebody keeping an eye on long. Similar formation to what we sometimes saw from Ninjas of Pyjamas in the first half. And we may see a smoke or 2 deployed by NiP towards that short position. Electronic may be inviting a response to this smoke grenade from Navi, but from NiP, sorry. But nothing doing just yet. In fact, Draken's on the A side. He's got no grenades. He can't do anything. There is no response. He's standing there with an AUG and get right towards long. So it'll be very difficult if Navi choose to push short in this situation. There's no counter flashes. The entire A site has no grenades as far as CTs are concerned. 1, 2, 3 flashes, and here they go, swinging wide. Draken has so much to do. Lekro's being taken down early. Get right can support these 3 up long. Edward's being taken out. Draken, again, being careful, choosing the right fight. Up he goes, down he goes. Spotting a lot of players, Forest and Rez charging in now. But Navi are not quite on the site just yet. And look at the time, this could be a problem for Navi, despite their advantages. Get right in Forest with some frags. There is a response, but he gets 10 seconds to plant this bomb now. And Zeus is nowhere near the site. He could win by elimination. He's got to run fast though. 5 seconds to take out Rez. He's going a very long way. He's picking up the AWP, but he's got to go and find the frag. Why is he standing there? He had time to go for the elimination, and he's chosen to save the AWP instead. 6 seconds. There was time to hunt it down.
Yeah, there was. But I guess also the risk of dying after time. I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it?
He's got the high ground though, so Rez can stand on the corner between both ramps, and there isn't really anywhere a fight has to be taken. Credit
to Draken though, because Draken is a huge reason why that whole situation happened. He delayed an unreasonable amount of time. What the hell is that simple? Oh god, I was just praising Draken, and apparently he's just been smitten by the god that is simple with that AWP. Oh my god. Maybe you should call Simple Zeus smiting Draken.
Yeah, that was a tough spot for NiP. Draken with alone on the A bomb site with no grenades. Get right on long with no grenades. And that's it, that's the entire defense, but Navi just didn't make it to the site. The save was 6 seconds. I think he should have gone for it, but there's more than one option, and he chose to hold on to the AWP. And so far, so good. It's had instant results. But now what do they do? NiP are quite ill-equipped in this round. The 2 SMGs, the French gun onto Forest. So despite winning the round, they're in a worse spot. So maybe that save was genius.
Yeah, this might be a save now for NiP. I mean, Navi look like they're going to walk on the A site, and if they get a plant, and as you say, NiP have no money. Going for a retake with very little capability, no position. That said, that might make this somewhat of a different story here. Gary picks up a kill, bomb's not down just yet. An upgrade is there to be had. But still, 4 players, Simple with an AWP post plant. I don't know, it's just a marginal situation. I don't know if you can really confidently go for this one.
They've only just picked up that dropped weapon now. Forrest has a flash. I think he's going to try and flash Electro in through the smoke. There he goes, but flashbang is easily avoided. Surely that's got to be the end of the round. They're still fighting in a short position. UCB taken out. Electronic still here, trying to dodge all the bullets. Get right, reloading behind. Dropping the smoke as a fake flashbang. Surely that's the end now. Forrest with 10 HP and AK-47 definitely wants to save that. Rez moving away in CT spawn. And Na'Vi are back to winning ways. Number 8, round number 8 coming their way very soon.
I think that actually worked out really well for NiP in the end because, yeah, sure they lost 2 players, but it's just a really weird situation where you don't want to just save because Na'Vi's economy is not great. So you want to find a way to do some damage, but still keep some guns alive. That's actually exactly what they did. There was even a chance there for them to pick up another kill or 2. They would always have lost the round, but I think that was actually a really cool way to play it from NiP. And here is the gap shot. Look at the lineup, just lining it up already. Oh my days. Simples. He's a scary presence on the map, and he's going to go for the long pick here. Ooh, double HE. He's been softened up, but he's going to pick up the kill onto Forrest with a quick fadeaway flick. And that's the 5v4 once again, thanks to Simple's AWP. Great
play from him, not afraid of the HE. He expects them to go past. Yes, they deal damage, but if you're alive, you've got an AWP, then you are dangerous indeed. The 2 rifles are still alive for Ninjas in Pyjamas. And again, Dust 2 may be the most difficult map to make an aggressive play in a bad situation on the CT side. Left at the mercy of their opponent. Plenty of other maps you might see Rez try and do something crazy with the AK-47, but Dust 2, it's a pretty tall order. No grenades for Ninjas in Pyjamas, hoping for Na'Vi to make an error of their own and give them an opportunity. Straken's in the boost position with the M4A1, and Rez is towards A with the AK-47. Just pistols, just USPs even, on the B bomb site, so they're really relying on Draken and Rez. No response from Na'Vi, they've got nothing to respond with. There's Rez taking out, that's one big rifle gone. Lecro makes his way through B, taken out by Flamey, and Get Right will try to take his place. And there we go, the final frags come in. No one lost for Na'Vi, and the score is now 9-11. Just 2 rounds away are Na'Vi from tying the score with Ninjas in Pyjamas. About 4,500 per person for NiP, so again, it's not going to be a spectacular buy. And they may be sans AWP, indeed they will be.
There it is. Knows he's going to take the damage, but commits. NiP trying to find a way into this game now. They've got a still it's not, they have not really had a proper buy yet. Again, like lacking utility, no AWP. It's been a struggle to find a good buy, and this is horrible on the CT side. It does too, because you don't have options to play aggressively that aren't just really easy to deal with. This is a counter to an aggressive option. If they do decide to try to play 2 players on catwalk and push it, well, that boost will easily deal with it. They know the timing of the map, though. If you're going to go for a play like that, it's more likely to do it in the first like 30-40 seconds than later. So they stay on the boost for until 120, then they fall off to make sure they have good pacing into the default. So now they take away positions close to Xbox in middle and double doors. They have catwalk now. Na'Vi really crossing the T's, dotting the I's. This is a solid default from them. It's still hard to say, though, which way they're going to go.
At this point in the round, Ninjas in Pyjamas have 1 smoke, and that is all of their utility. These buy rounds have been rough for them. They just haven't been able to stabilize their economy enough. Draken playing the goose position on A. Again, Lecro's got a slight warning until the smoke goes down because of the shape of the wall, but that's been taken away now. It seems Na'Vi will try to victimize players on the B-bomb site as well. Forrest moving behind that smoke. Great timing on the spray. Oh, we can see there's a gap in it. Did he see Zew's cross? Maybe he did. Looking for something, but not quite finding what he wanted. Rez is alone now on that B-bomb site. So far, so good. Taking Flamey down, repositioning. Edward is close by the big box. I don't think he's spotted just yet. There's the headshot, but he's bought some time for his team to walk into the gun of Edward. 10 seconds. The bomb's got to get planted. 2 versus 2. Get right. Does he go straight through the door and try and spray through the smoke? Trying to stop the bomb from getting planted, but Draken has made it winnable for Ninjas Pyjamas. Edward with so much to do. Double stack here. Poison flashbang. Get right taken out. He knows the last player is in a tunnel. Pulls out a Molotov, but he's got to keep his gun up. He has no idea if Draken's close or far. By the big boxes, Draken. And that's a big frag from Draken. That's so huge for him. Makes sure that Edward is extra dead. Picks up the AWP. Round number 12 for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Oh my god. That first kill though onto Simple, I wonder what kind of a shot that was from Draken, because he just instantly killed Simple, deleted him straight away, and I felt like NAVI were going to win that. You got Simple with an AWP, it's a 2v2. The CTs are spread out, they don't have the utility at all, so they can't flash for each other. It's just straight up 1v1s, and somehow Draken beats Simple there, and that's... For some reason, I don't know what it is, on that B-bomb side, Simple's having a hard time on the CT and T side so far today, and that's not ideal for NAVI, but the game is still close, it's still very winnable, the money is still there for NAVI. They'll be reaching deep into those pockets to pull out the buy that we see here. 4 AKs, the AWP, the full buy pretty much. And look at NiP though, they're again relegated to 2 SMGs and a FAMAS. At least Draken's on the AWP, but consistently NiP are struggling to get good buys in here, James. Yeah,
they're winning rounds in difficult fashion because not enough people are remaining alive. But as long as they're winning the rounds, if they keep trading with NAVI, then they will be the ones closer to the W. That is ultimately the information. So I think the onus is on NAVI to start stringing rounds together. We've got to smoke through that long position as a counter from Ninjas in Pyjamas. We'll see if Edward is feeling lucky. Get Right's crept around the smoke already. In the meantime, Electronic and Co have cleared out that core position. I think Edward heard that grenade connect with Get Right, so he knows he's close, but that may save some embarrassment there if they try to push through the smoke. So we've got 3 players on the around A, basically, long and the site itself for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Draken's got an AWP, he's got no support flashbangs for Lekro, who's now in that goose position, and Get Right's got no grenades either. The MP9 is why he's playing so close, but now he's got some problems. There's a smoke on the... Well, okay, the smoke is not in the corner, the smoke is above the corner, but Draken's falling back, and Get Right's left in a really awkward position. And this is just awkward for NiP all over the A-bomb site. Some jiggle peeking, everyone's still alive. Draken going back to the well again. They pass the angle, he misses the flick, and down he goes, and Lekro's taken out as well.
And that's surely a wrap here for NiP. They've got nothing to work with. A FAMAS, a UMP. The Rangers of Dust 2 are not going to be kind for them, and they'll have to just back away. Maybe there's a world where they can somehow find an exit kill. I mean, we do have Edward lurking in middles, but I don't know that NiP are going to go further to find him. But Edward might come to them, though. And if they can get this kill, pick up an AK, that's going to be a beautiful result. It's almost worth it for Rez to try and get this challenge, this headshot challenge, to try to get the AK out of the hands of Edward. But he doesn't know how many players are behind him. Forrest actually having a more favorable situation on the 1v1. The UMP finds the headshot, finds the AK, and that's a big win. But can he keep it alive? Another challenge coming in, Electronic in the tunnels. Ooh, can't make it in time. So AK upgrade for the UMP. That's fantastic. And I mean, it's something. It's something. They can't buy around it though, really. I guess they could try, but it's Dust 2. You need those long-range weapons. Yeah, I don't know that you want to buy around these and just ruin a team money, really. Especially when you've still got a 2-round lead. Have some discipline. But again, it's going to be difficult for Ninjas in Pyjamas to get something going with these and have those aggressive plays. They kind of need NAVI to make a mistake or just win a duel in the right place. Ninjas in Pyjamas will start with 3 towards long, including Rez with the French gun, and he's going for a peek. So again, it's hard to do the aggression. He tried, it didn't quite work out for him. Forrest with the AK-47 is over towards B, and that is the long area cleaned out. Draken is by the car. You can shoot through the windows of that car, by the way. It is penetrable. Tried to hide behind it. He probably won't last very long. See the windows start to get smashed. Don't know if that's quite insurance. And there's the AK on Forrest, and there it goes. Very quickly indeed. 1 man lost. All good in the hood for NAVI. Yeah, that was beautiful. Very clean. And it just, again, like, NiP, they've not had, I don't think, a single buy round where they've had 2 AWPs, 3 rifles, and 4 grenades. Or even any buy, like, 4 rifles, an AWP, and 4 grenades. I don't think that's happened yet, James. They've always been, like, tight on the money. Even in this buy here, it looks pretty good. but they're still lacking grenades. There's no Kevlar on Forest. There's no kit to be seen.
This time they've added the flashbang to the combination, but they still can't stop Simple. He goes back and Rez has been claimed. That is the first skull on the shelf of Simple for this particular round. The Draken in response will start to move down the short position, even though they've still got long. Get Right will drop the smoke grenade and they will reposition, trying to give themselves the extra amount again. Ninjas in pajamas. But look at the response from Navi. It's all quiet. And everybody's heading towards B. Lecro's there on his own for the time being. That's the lurk smoke. I'm very impressed that he managed to make it up there without making a single step. I thought it was like impossible to do that on the old Dust 2. Lecro have 2 frags so far. The fadeaway flashbang to try and buy some time for the rotation. And he has caught it, Navi, with that. They're stuck in a choke point now. There's more flashes flying in. Get Right's on the flank and they're stuck in the tunnel. This is a horrible situation for Navi. They're getting cut to ribbons. Fingers in the typewriter. And there's another round in the bag for Ninjas in Pajamas. What a response.
Yeah, Lecro, what a beautiful little passage of movement there. That's the perfect counterplay to the lurk smoke, just as you described. It is not easy to make that whole movement without any sound.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Right.
I felt like it was impossible on old Dust 2, but I'd never tried on the new one.
It's incredible. That's like the perfect way to play against that smoke. Just stand over the top of it. Brilliant stuff. They weren't expecting that. Now that's going to be a critical play that puts NiP 13 to 11. They have a fantastic fight for once. Everyone can get all the points. Forrest's armor now. He's happy. He's no longer naked. He's running around. Dust 2. He's no longer exposed. NiP will be sent back from long, though. They'll give it up and take catwalk in response, as per is the usual. And what do we have here from NAVI? We aren't seeing too many executes from this long position. Again, you can get the smoke onto CT from here, and you can smoke catwalk from here as well.
You can volley catwalk from this position on long. We've seen that in some previous games of Dust 2 so far today. So when you're pushing up long, it takes a strong angle away from the CTs. It's pretty novel. You don't always see it. So now with position on long, that's beautiful from Simple. Absolutely beautiful. Draken wasn't expecting that one for sure, and it seems like people were maybe heading elsewhere. They know that NiP are going to respond to the long take by holding on to the short position. Get Right in a very precarious spot. Forrest trying to help. That's a good way to do it. Get Right moving forward again, and it seems that Navi were making assumptions towards short. Zeus gets taken out for free, but they continue to pursue A.
What a great play from Get Right to just instantly fall back as well. Time is a huge problem for Navi, and he's playing a beautiful headshot angle. Massive advantage with the scope of the AUG. That's just phenomenal from Get Right. He's just nailed it completely. There's no way Navi can recover this now. It's just Simple left. There's no time to get the bomb or do anything. Get Right's completely owned it. That's such a strong play. Beautiful flick. It's a nice display. It's a highlight, James, but Navi, they're going to be down 11 to 14. NiP close to taking this map.
The AUG has changed the game in the ways that the ways that CT sides can peek and hold angles and so on. Beautiful play from Get Right. You're just not expecting somebody to stand there in a professional game, basically. And to do it at this point in the game and deliver the kills puts Ninjas in Pajamas in a very strong position. Simple has an AWP. Everybody else more or less has average of about $2,300, $2,500. So this is a really difficult spot that Get Right has put Navi in. But I do wonder, it's weird the way some of the approaches to short happen there for Navi. You take long, you know the CTs are going to take short. They have to hold something, otherwise they have no way to get back into the A side. So the way, I don't know, I felt like they ran up short, just not expecting certain angles, like not considering a possibility of someone holding there. So it was made easier in that respect for Ninjas in Pajamas, in my opinion. They're going to force around the AWP. Have a look at that. That was a really nice shot. This was a nice flick towards the end, but ultimately doesn't mean too much.
Amazing. Indeed, nice little highlight, but the reality is a stark contrast, and Forrest will be on the secondary AWP here on Dust 2. It's something that he used to do on the T side as well. A lot for NiP back so many years ago, 4 years ago. We used to see very commonly 2 AWPs on the T side and Forrest brandishing one of them. And NAVI may be offering up a much faster round here. Looks like it's going to be a fast A split. Will this change of pace have a change of outcome for NAVI? They definitely need it. NiP looking confident. They're looking strong. I'm loving what we're seeing from NiP right now. And NiP, if they want to win this series, this is honestly a must-win map.
Flashes for both sides, counter flashes, but NAVI are still out in that long position. GetRight's got a lot to do though. And he starts off well, spots another player by blue. Pistols, they can't really do much about it. Electronic and Simple moving up short in the meantime. 45 seconds, the long push has completely failed. Now, do you want to really... Oh, they're going to go for the run boost. And away Simple goes. Doesn't see much, doesn't go too far. It's easy for Forest. There's the NWP taken away. Electronic gets 1 kill out of it, but it's game point Ninjas in Pyjamas.
James, GetRight took 0 points of damage when facing 3 players there, so I don't know what happened there. But beautiful spray down from him. That will get the job done very nicely indeed, neutering the push. And now Navi's money has been neutered once again. I mean, the last round was bad enough. At least they had an AWP. Look at this one. Best thing they have is an AK and the UMP. The 3 Deagles may be more impactful. We'll have to see. Simple on the AK this time. Still a way back into NAVI. You just need that 1 round. That 1 round into the goodbye. That's all you have to find. Will NiP make 1 mistake? Give 1 opportunity for NAVI to exploit. It could be Lecro. Here he goes. Close range. Makes some damage. There's the trade. AWP is in action though. Forest has it covered. Simple can't get in to try to trade this. It's so hard to trade the AWP in this position. There are flashbangs to get Simple onto the peak, but now he has to worry about CT spawn as well. That is not a good situation to find yourself in. I don't know if they're going to go for it. They might just take the 3 versus 4 and fall back.
I was going to say Simple versus the world, but Zeus has found himself an M4A4. Not easy for them to really obscure vision in this spot. There's a T-molly, short what the purpose is, but they move towards that short area. GetRight's behind blue, so if they start making steps, then he will hear them. Something that we need to be aware of. See the crouch peek, nobody showing on short. So it's Draken by that car position with 3 players coming his way. Now they can throw flashbangs up the ramp area off the wall. The molly will basically, it'll hold map control, but it will also tell them roughly where one of these players is. They're probably assuming an AWP. There's the first flashbang. 1 player on the ramp, that's Simple. Keeping an eye on the high ground is Draken delivering the kill onto Zeus, looking for another one, misses a flick. 18 seconds, so he's buying time, and now it's Edward left, and he won't last very longer. NiP 16-11 over NAVI on